In a vast and open field, there stood an ancient oak tree. It had witnessed countless seasons, and its branches spread out like a giant umbrella, providing shade to the land below. The oak tree was revered by all who saw it, a symbol of endurance and power. By the edge of a nearby river, a cluster of slender reeds swayed gently in the breeze. They were delicate and thin, their green stems bending easily with the wind. Despite their fragility, the reeds thrived in the soft soil near the water. The oak tree, seeing the reeds, couldn't help but feel superior. "Look at you, so weak and fragile," it said with a booming voice. "I stand tall and unyielding, while you bend with every gust of wind. What good is it to be so pliable?" The reeds, though gentle in nature, responded calmly, "We may bend, but we do not break. It is our way to survive the storms, to move with the wind rather than resist it." The oak tree, feeling confident in its strength, paid little attention to the words of the reeds. "You may bend, but what is the use if you have no strength? I stand tall and protect everything beneath me. My strength is my pride." One day, dark clouds began to gather on the horizon. The wind picked up, and the once peaceful field and riverbank became ominous. The oak tree stood resolute, ready to face the storm, while the reeds began to bend and sway with the rising wind. The storm unleashed its full fury upon the land. The wind howled and roared, tearing at everything in its path. The oak tree, though strong, struggled to hold its ground, while the reeds bent low to the ground, almost touching the water, but never breaking. As the storm raged on, the oak tree felt its roots being tested. It stood firm, refusing to bend, but the relentless wind continued to push. The oak's once proud stance began to waver, and cracks started to appear at its base. With every gust of wind, the oak tree's roots were further exposed. The tree fought valiantly, but the strain became too much. Despite its strength, the oak was slowly losing its battle against the storm. Finally, with a deafening crack, the oak tree's roots gave way. The mighty tree, which had once stood so tall, came crashing down with a thunderous sound. The storm had defeated it, leaving it lying broken on the ground. As the storm passed, the reeds slowly straightened, rising once more to their full height. They looked at the fallen oak tree with a sense of quiet understanding. They had survived, not by fighting the wind, but by yielding to it. The reeds whispered to the fallen oak, "Strength is not only in standing firm, but in knowing when to bend. We have weathered many storms, not by resisting them, but by adapting to them." In the days that followed, the field where the oak tree once stood began to change. The fallen oak provided shelter and nourishment for new life. Small plants began to grow around the tree, and the reeds continued to thrive by the riverbank. The reeds reflected on the events that had transpired. The oak was strong, but it did not understand the power of flexibility. We have survived not by defying nature, but by embracing it. With the oak tree now part of the earth and the reeds standing tall, a new balance was formed in the field. The land was peaceful once more, a testament to the harmony between strength and flexibility.